Evening. Right, I've been tagged with English Woodsman. So the tag is I've got to do 5 top tips for wild camping. Right, and then at the end what I'll do, I'll have to do 5 shout outs to another 5 YouTubers. So we'll leave that to the end. So my 5 top tips for wild camping. Right, first one, a decent tent or tarp, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to be dry and warm, don't you? So I'm a strong believer. I think a good tent, any kind of good tent, you want at least 5,000 hydrostatic head on your tent or tarp. Right, you probably get away with 3, but obviously if we're staying in Scotland, I think you're better off with 5,000 hydrostatic head. So first top tip is definitely, I'd say, your shelter. Right, because at the end of the day, if you're going camping, you definitely want to be kept dry, especially if it's raining. So that's my tip number 1. Tip number 2. I would say my next top tip for wild camping is your sleep system. Right, you want a decent sleep system. Right, so sleeping bag, mat, and I even put one of these kind of foil reflective kind of mats underneath my pad as well. Right, pad wise, I think you're better going, if more so you're in the summer it doesn't matter too much, but during the winter you definitely want to get an insulated sleeping pad. Right, they're a wee bit more expensive, but again, what I say to anybody that wants to take up wild camping, you definitely want to be, number 1, dry, and you want to be warm, right? Because there's nothing worse than being freezing cold out in the middle of nowhere when you could be toasty warm. So that's my tip number 2. Right, mat wise, I've got my insulated pad just now is a climate static recon V insulated pad. I've got a couple of different sleeping bags. I've got an ex-army sleeping bag, ex-army Arctic winter bag, which is fantastic, very, very warm bag, but very heavy. Recently got myself a wee OAX Leviathan 900, so that's a lot lighter weight, and obviously it's a down bag, so good wee bag. And then I've got a couple of other kind of cheaper kind of bags, Chinese bags and things like that, which are ideal for the summer, and I have actually used them in the winter as well, but again, you definitely want to be warm. So that's my tip number 2. Tip number 3. I'm a strong believer in this. Anybody goes out wild camping, especially if you're out in the middle of nowhere, my tip number 3 is tell somebody where you're going. Right, because at the end of the day, you never know. Never know what's going to happen. Never know, you might get injured out in the middle of nowhere, don't get a phone reception. So very, very important. I say to everybody, make sure you tell somebody where you're going. Right, because you don't want to end up with a broken leg or injured in any way and nobody knows where you are. So that's where a kind of safety tip to make sure that you don't end up out in the middle of nowhere, broken leg, hypothermia, you don't end up coming home. Right, so that's tip number 3. Tip number 4. Right, this is one close to my own heart, because anyone that watches my videos knows that I always forget something. So I'm a strong believer, well, I say I'm a strong believer, but definitely preparation is key. Right, I should really listen to my own advice here, but I'm a strong believer you should write a wee list. Write a list of the things that you need. Right, you might not get it right first time if you've never been wild camping before, but it's a good idea to write down a list. Everything for your sleep system, your tent, your bag, to your fire starting gear, to your cookware, to your cutlery, to your food, to your water, to your alcohol, you like a wee beer or a bottle of wine or whatever it is, but definitely preparation is definitely key, right? Because if you don't go prepared, then you'll end up doing silly things like me, end up going to go out and do a bit of cooking or a bit of wild camping, and then you realise you don't have any cutlery, right? So it's another good reason to have a wee knife or something with you as well. At least that way you can make your own cutlery, which I've had to do several times, as you'll know if you're watching any of my videos. Right, and that brings us on to number 5. Number 5. So what do you think it is? Well, I've only got one final tip for wild camping. Do you know what that is? It's get out there and enjoy it. Stop sitting in the house. You might as well go and try it, right? If you never try, then you'll always have that regret, right? No point sitting in the house every night thinking, oh, I wish I could do that, or I really wish I could do that, and then it's stopping you, right? You might go and do it, you might not like it, right? But I know myself, I love wild camping. I just love being out and outdoors. There's just something about it. I always say it in a lot of my videos as well, it's good for the soul. So that is my final tip for the day. So that's my top 5 top 5 tips for wild camping. So, on to the shout outs. Who am I going to tag? Right, my tags, so I have to tag 5 people, 5 YouTubers. So I've got a wee list here. So number 1, the Densom Ranger. So Densom Ranger, you'll need to put a video up. What are your 5 top tips for wild camping? Number 2, Kevin, raving about Scotland. So Kevin, same to you, get a video put up, your top 5 tips for wild camping. Right, some of them might be the same as mine, some of them won't, right, everybody's got their own kind of view on it. Number 3, Johnny explores Scotland. So Johnny, you're up as well. Top 5 tips for wild camping. It can be whatever you want them to be. It might even be, make sure you bring your ingredients for your curry, because Johnny makes a good curry. A very good curry indeed. Right, number 4, Eddie. Eddie, Scots wild camper. So, I've not seen Eddie in ages, not seen him out in ages. I think he's been keeping busy with work and obviously lockdown as well. But Eddie likes his summit camps, likes his long hikes. Right, he's a seasoned wild camper. Everybody will know Eddie, Scots wild camper. So Eddie, this is a wee shout out for you, right? And it's one you can do sitting in the house, sitting in wherever you're sitting. You don't have to be outside, right? It's just a case of a wee video, your top 5 tips for wild camping. So Eddie, you're up last, but you might get in there first. So that's my top 5, that's my 5 people that I'm tagging, right? So just go through them. Densom Ranger, Kevin raving about Scotland, Johnny explores Scotland, Eddie Scots wild camper. Oh sorry, that's only 4. Last but not least, last shout out goes to Dragon Outdoors. So the Welsh contingent. So Dragon Outdoors, he's always given me a lot of he's given me a few shout outs here and there as well. So big shout out to you, Dragon Outdoors. Go and check his channel out as well. Great channel. Likes to go out and inspire folk to get out into the great outdoors. So go and check his channel out as well. So that's the final one. Right, so it's Densom Ranger, Kevin raving about Scotland, Johnny explores Scotland, Eddie Scots wild camper, and Dragon Outdoors. So you've been tagged. You need to start making your videos and get them up. Right, make sure you tell me once you've posted them, just so I can see what your top 5 are as well. Right, that's it. Be short video. So that's my 5 top tips for wild camping and my 5 tags done. So it's on to the next folk. Adios folks. Catch you in the next one.